Hi, I'm John and welcome to the Jigsaw Puzzler. Today's puzzle is a Werkshoppe puzzle, an American brand from Florida, a 500-piece puzzle called Books with Flowers. The artist's name is Kate Lewis, and she has created this beautiful artwork of a wall of books. You can see all the spines facing us, a table with a book on it and a vase of flowers, and a couple of chairs and the carpet down the bottom. Books with flowers. This puzzle was sent to me by the Australian Jigsaw Puzzle Association, along with a whole bunch of other people, because we used it last weekend in an online speed puzzle contest. Now, sometimes we compete online because a lot of us live a great distance away from Sydney, so we can't attend in-person events very often. And so those of us who live out in rural areas can take part along with other people as well. So it's a really great thing to be able to do. So this was the puzzle for the speed puzzling competition. I would normally finish a 500-piece puzzle in speed puzzling terms somewhere between 50 minutes and an hour 20. In that sort of half hour there somewhere. That would be my normal speed puzzling range for a 500-piece puzzle. This one was well outside that range. All right, and I'll talk about why in a moment, but we might start with the quality of the puzzle. Look, they are good quality pieces. They're not a very shiny finish, sort of smooth, but not shiny, not matte either. Quite a nice finish on the pieces. They are a very loose fit. This will not be able to be picked up at all without having the whole thing collapse. A really loose fit. The other thing is that it is random cut, which means that it is not cut in ribbons, even with different shaped pieces in sort of straight ribbons. It is cut with all sorts of strange and unusual shapes in the puzzle, which can make it a bit difficult to know which way is up. So I tackled this puzzle by pulling out the edge pieces first. I usually do that quite commonly. Then I noticed down the bottom there is this, the back of this chair here in this olive green colour that was easy to pull out, and I pulled those out. The carpet section with the red background and the blue twining flowers on it, pulled that out. The vase was easy to pull out, and the flowers I pulled out. And all of the books I kind of left while I was trying to put those together. This chair here wasn't too hard to find, but a lot of those pieces came with the carpet area. So there is a time lapse. There will be a time lapse at the end of this. It's only a partial because my camera stopped part of the way through the competition. I didn't know, and I wasn't going to get up to check because I'm being timed. I just stayed where I was and just hammered away at this as fast as I could, which, as it turns out, was not particularly fast. I don't know what my placing was in the competition yet. Those results have not yet been released because the organisers go through, they film everything and they go through and make sure everybody's times is accurate as to when they finished using the recorded version. So the times themselves haven't been released, but I think that my time was around the 2 hours and 12-minute mark, which is a long time for a speed puzzle for a 500-piece one for me. Now, for some people that might be quite normal, but I'm quite used to hammering them out in a much faster time than that. And that's because of the random cut. It's really, really hard to do a random cut puzzle in a speed puzzle competition because there's no guaranteed way which a piece will go. With a ribbon cut puzzle, there are only 4 directions a piece can go, whereas with this, there are skewed pieces all over the place and you don't know whether they sit sideways or at an angle, at what angle, and made it really, really hard to even piece together quite simple sections or straightforward sections. I think I got bogged down with the books. There are so many colours of the spines that I really had struggled to know where to look, what to focus on. I'd choose a colour, try to pick out all the ones of that colour, then I'd see something else that might fit, and like I got just distracted so easily with all these coloured book spines. in the end, at one point I was holding the lid of the box and actually just doing a pick and place. Not the most speed efficient way of doing things, but I just felt like I needed a breakthrough and to start getting some of the pieces in the right spots. Of course, I did finish it, and I'm pretty pleased with the result, but with the resulting puzzle, but I'm not pleased with my resulting time. That was pretty appalling. I didn't win. There's no way I won. The person who won, though, excuse me, her time was approaching the 2-hour mark. So I wasn't terribly far behind. I didn't come second or anything like that. Maybe top 10, I'm not sure. But even the winner was not much ahead of me in those terms. So we all found it a fairly challenging puzzle because of the random cut. Because it's random cut, you get some pieces which are really, really tiny, and others which are comparatively large. So like that. So some of the pieces look like oversized puzzle pieces, whereas others are completely miniature. That's like less than half of the size of the big one there. So it was really very confusing to get your head around the puzzle piece shapes. There are some pieces which are not edge pieces, but they have a side which butts up against another piece, not a fully interlocking one. So there's all sorts of confusing things about this puzzle to do. Look, it would be a pleasure to do at a normal speed, just to kind of have some fun and just take your time with it. But as a speed puzzle, this was terrible. Absolutely horrible puzzle to do. Obviously, good practice for a speed puzzling competition, but I sincerely hope that the next speed puzzle competition I do, which I think will be the state championships in July, will not have a random cut puzzle. I'm really hoping that is the case for that. All right, so I've looked at the quality. The image is quite straightforward. I talked about that, and I've talked about the competition. There's not a lot more I can actually say about it. The style of art did remind me of the Cressida Campbell painting Through the Window. I did a puzzle of that some little while ago, and I didn't finish it because every piece was a false fit, and I just gave up. So the puzzle style did remind me of that a bit, and that I think I found that a little bit off-putting. But on the whole, it's actually a really excellent image for a jigsaw puzzle. And the quality of the pieces and the puzzle itself are okay, but for a speed puzzle, no. I wouldn't recommend this one at all. I don't know whether the other workshop puzzles are all random cut, but if they are, I would be steering away from those for a speed puzzle. All right, so we're going to have the time lapse, or at least a partial. You'll get the first hour and 20 minutes compacted into I don't know how long yet. You'll miss the last bit, but I'll show you some photos, obviously, of the completed puzzle. So if you'd like to click like and subscribe, make some comments below. I really enjoy interacting with viewers and seeing what their comments are. Some of you post some really interesting points about various puzzles, so I do appreciate that. On with the time lapse, and thank you for watching.